Hi, welcome back to Summer Camp Yoga. I'm JoJo and this is session 2. The first session we introduced the basics of yoga. We mainly were down on the floor and moved really slowly with our breath. Worked on breath work and movement together. This next session is going to build off of what we learned in that first session, adding on to the poses that we had already done. We're going to do those poses again, revisit them, and then add on, and you will learn some new poses this time. So let's begin in our comfortable seated position. Closing our eyes. Lengthen your spine. Roll your shoulders up and back. Let's take 3 big deep breaths. Inhale for 3, 2, 1. Exhale, mouth open. Inhale for 3, 2, 1. Exhale, mouth open. Inhale for 3, 2, 1. Exhale, mouth open. Sitting here in our breath, notice how we feel today. Notice if there's any spots in our body that feel tight. Maybe one side feels tighter than the other. Yoga is all about calming the mind and the body. It's not necessarily about reaching the end goal of a perfect pose, but it's about strengthening your muscles, creating movement in your body with your breath, pushing aside any distractions of your day, giving yourself love. When we come to yoga, even if it's just for a few moments every day, we can end up stronger in our bodies, mentally and physically. Our moods are lifted. It helps us focus. On the inhale, we're going to inhale, rise those arms up to the sky, keeping your eyes still closed here. In exhale, arms over to the right for a nice gentle twist. Gaze goes over to the right. Hold here. Revisiting the twists, reminding ourselves that just this simple movement can create a big result. Detoxing our body, helping our digestive system. Inhale, arms back up, and exhale, gaze goes over to that left shoulder. Oh, that feels nice. Inhale, arms rise up. And exhale, this time we're going to fold forward here with our hands, walking our hands down the floor. You feel a nice stretch in your ribs on your back. Your lower back will feel a nice good stretch. Please don't overstretch to where you feel any pain, but just enough to feel a sensation. You hold here, dropping your forehead towards the ground. Then walking those fingertips over to the right. Forehead still down towards the ground. Maybe even resting that forehead onto your knee if you are able. Try not to lift your left hip up off the ground. Keep it grounded into a neutral position. You're going to feel a nice stretch on that outer left back side. And walk those hands back to the middle and over to the left this time. Feeling that nice stretch on the right back. Remember to breathe. And walking those hands back towards the center. Fingertips walk back up to a seated, comfortable position. Spine tall. Roll those shoulders again. One more time, up, back. This time we're going to take our feet meeting together. We're going to open up our feet like we're opening the pages of a book. Our knees gently splayed out. Now you don't want to put too much pressure on your knees. The gravity will bring your knees down towards the ground. So you're going to feel a nice stretch on your internal thighs here and into your hips. If you feel that you are able, you can lean forward a little bit for an even deeper stretch. Again, no pain. You just want to feel the sensation. If at any time you feel any pain, please back out of the pose. And breathe. Let's do 3 cleansing breaths here. Inhale for 3, 2, 1. Exhale, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, 3, 2, 1. Inhale for 3, 2, 1. Exhale for 3, 2, 1. Now if you're folding forward, come back up to neutral. Take your hands on the outer edges of your knee and bring them together. You're gonna hold here. Hold your chest up nice and tall, your knees in towards your chest. And move your hands up over to the ground. Revisiting ourselves in that tabletop position that we learned in our first session. Flat back. Touching our toes together, pushing back into our first child's pose of this session. Knees splayed out, arms forward, hands, forehead down, and pause here. Notice if you feel a little bit more open here today in this session than you did the first time you tried this pose. Notice if any thoughts are coming up about your day, push them aside, focus on your breathing. Inhale back up to table. We're going to take some cat-cow positions. Inhale, drop the navel, gaze to the sky, cow. Exhale, sit cat, tuck your tailbone. Inhale, cow. Exhale, sit cat. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Warming up our spine. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. And push back into that child's pose. This time in child's pose, we're going to walk our hands over to the right like we did earlier in this. For a nice stretch on that side, back, left, side. Forehead can touch the floor if you can get it there, otherwise just let it hang. Walk those hands back up to neutral and over to the left side. Hands back to neutral and meet back in tabletop. We're going to build some heat in our core, strengthening our core muscles. On the inhale, our left hand is going to reach forward and our right foot back towards the back wall. And hold this here. Tuck your tailbone, tuck your stomach, your navel, draw your navel in towards your spine. Gaze down to the floor. And exhale, release. Moving on to the other side. Inhale, right arm this time, left foot back. Hold here. Shaking is normal. And exhale, release. You can do that 5 times through. Inhale, left arm up, right foot back. Exhale, release. Inhale, other side. Exhale, release. Inhale, left arm up, right foot back. Exhale, release. Inhale, right arm up, left foot back. Exhale, release. Inhale, left arm up, right foot back. Exhale, release. One more time. Right arm up, left foot back. And exhale, release. And push back into that child's pose position. Beautiful work. On your next inhale, rise back up to tabletop position. And we're going to move into our first downward facing dog. So tuck those toes, lift those hips up towards the sky, dropping your head, gaze towards your navel. Walk that dog out. Drop your shoulder blades down away from your ears. Shake your hips to the left, to the right. And inhale to plank. This is our first time in plank. This is like what you'd start out in a push-up position. If this feels too hard for you, you may drop your knees down to the ground in a modified plank. Hold here. Hold in your stomach muscles. On the exhale, bend at your elbows. Drop down, full body down to the ground. Forehead to the ground. Inhale to Cobra. Again, another new pose. Gaze is still to the ground. Just a slight micro bend in the lower back. Chest lifts, hands grounded. And exhale down. Let's work on that Cobra a few times through. Inhale, chest lifts. Exhale, back down. Inhale, chest lifts. Exhale, back down. Inhale, chest lifts. And exhale, back down. Inhale, sliding your hands back, pushing up to meeting in back in that downward facing dog. Shaking your head back and forth. Airing out any stress in that head and neck. We're going to do a flow of down dog into plank, into Cobra, back to down dog. Down dog here. Inhale to plank or modified plank. Exhale, down to the ground. Inhale, Cobra. And exhale, back to downward facing dog. Inhale, plank, or modified plank. Exhale, down to the ground. Inhale, Cobra, squeeze that chest, the back muscles in. Exhale, downward facing dog. One more time. Inhale, plank, modified. Exhale, down. Inhale, Cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Drop those knees to the ground, push back, find your way into child's pose. Then take some nice big deep breaths. What we just did there was what is called a sun salutation. Anytime you link your movement with your breath, building heat internally and externally, that's called a sun salutation. We will be doing this throughout the next sessions, building more and more heat each session. If you need to take a break in time, please know that this child's pose is always available. And if you need to grab some water in the middle of it, please feel free to do so. Few more breaths here. On your next inhale, find your way into tabletop position. We're going to go back to that downward facing dog. And walk our hands up, our feet up to our hands, into our forward fold. Inhale, arms rise up towards the sky. Exhale, hands to heart center, eyes closed. Notice how you feel standing now. Do you feel a little lightheaded from being in that forward fold? If that's the case, please get some water. Take some big breaths. Forward folds are really great for taking stress out of your shoulders and your neck, as well as emotionally, but it could also cause some lightheadedness, so please be careful. Inhale, our arms up, and exhale, arms out to a T, folding at the hips, down to that forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. We didn't do this in the last session. This is again a new pose. Hands are on your shins. Gaze to the ground, flat back, and breathe. Drawing your shoulders away from those ears. And exhale, release back down. Shake that head. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, back down. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, back down. Inhale, rise up one more time towards the sky. Hands at heart center. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, bending at the hips. Forward fold. Inhale, bend at your knees and find yourself in your seated position. Feet are going to be forward in front of you. Extend it out. Flex your feet, hands beside of your hips. Nice big shoulder roll to open that chest. Dropping that chin slightly and push forward, hinging at the hips. Take your hands, you can either meet at the knees or you can walk your fingertips down your shins, meeting at your toes, and release that gaze. Feeling that nice hamstring stretch. Beautiful. Now walk those fingertips back up, straight back. And we're gonna bend our left knee in. Extend that right leg out. If you need to just do a little wiggle to get those sits bones out of the way so that you're grounded as firmly to the ground as you can get. Lengthen your spine. And we're gonna take it, hinge at our hips, move it over to the right, and walk our way down over to the right. You feel that nice back stretch that we felt earlier in this class. And you should feel a nice stretch in your right hamstring. If you want to drop your head, you may. Revisit your breath. And walk your hands back up. Bending your right knee and extending that left leg out. Hinging over and walk down your leg to your left foot. And breathe. Walk right back up. And we're going to cross our legs. Left leg bent, crossed in. Take your right foot, lift it up over your left knee. Sit up nice and tall. Inhale your arms up. And exhale, we're going to twist over to the right. Taking our left arm, hinging it right to our knee here, and giving ourselves a nice stretch over to the right. If this is too much of a twist, you can always go on the opposite end of your knee and just give yourself a nice big hug. I prefer to do this on the other side because I can lift up out of my spine for an even deeper twist. But again, it's yogi's choice. And release out of that, releasing our left and our right leg, bringing our right leg in now and our left leg over top. Inhale those arms up, nice tall spine. Exhale over to the left. Beautiful twist. And breathe. Inhale those arms up towards the sky. Exhale, release those legs. And we're gonna move on to our back, revisiting that bridge pose that we did in our first session. Rolling slowly as you can on your spine, one vertebrae at a time. Engaging your core muscles. Beautiful. All the way down, keeping our feet flat on the floor, our hands, palms down. And on the inhale, lift those hips up towards the sky and hold here. Notice if your knees come out at all, bring them in together, hugging tight. And exhale, down. Let's do this 5 times through. Inhale, up, and exhale, down. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, back down. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, back down. Inhale, up. Exhale, back down. One more time. Inhale, up. Exhale, down. Taking your right leg, lift your foot off the floor and meet it over to the left knee. Bringing your right knee outwards. If this is a good enough stretch for that internal hip, then please stay here. Otherwise, lift your left foot off of the floor and reach underneath that leg here. Grab the needle. Doing a nice hip opener here. Sometimes it feels good if you sway back and forth. If you're going to do that, please do so. Otherwise, you can just stay here. Let's take our left ankle and just roll it. Do some nice ankle rolls. Counterclockwise and then clockwise. Make sure you're breathing. And release that left foot down to the mat. Release the right foot down to the ground. Now left foot lifts up, leaning over to that right knee, and lift that right leg off the floor. Thread your arms underneath, holding onto the back of your shin. Hold here. There's a nice stretch on your left hip. Rolling out that right foot, right ankle, clockwise and counterclockwise. You may hear some pops and cracks, that's okay. That's normal. And release that right foot and the left foot back down. Taking your knees out towards the ground, feet touch. Hold here. Let's inhale our arms up over our head. And exhale. Arms to the ground. Inhale, arms up. And exhale. Arms right back down. One more time. Inhale, arms up. And exhale. Arms back down. Bring your knees back together. Let's take 3 rocks to seated position. So 1, 2, 3. And meet back into a comfortable seated position. So that was our second session. Hopefully you felt a little bit more stable in your body than maybe the first time, because it's now your second time through and you're a little more comfortable with each pose. In the third session, next time, we're going to be adding on to some more poses. Please make sure you're drinking water after each session, and I hope you all are well. Bringing our hands to heart center, gaze to the floor. This takes 3 cleansing breaths. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. One more time. Inhale. Exhale. I wish you all joy and peace today. May this session have brought you more calmness in your body, more joy, more strength. Namaste.